Hello there, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful spring afternoon. So today I have decided to make myself a wreath for the door going out into the garden, and I've decided to kind of make one that matches the color palette that I've chosen for the garden this year. Now, I purchased this wreath not so long ago from B&M store, and it was a very affordable one, £6. I liked the idea of this particular style, and also, as you know, I love me some gold. This one comes with a gold hoop, a gold ring around it. But when it comes to the flowers, they are not the best quality. Therefore, I'm going to take this apart and I am going to add my own flowers that I have next to me here. So I've picked up a couple of flowers from my local charity shops. Some of them I've picked them recently, and some I've had them for a little while. So let's get into this DIY, and as I go along I will show you the things that I will be using to create my own spring wreath. Let's get into it. Right, so these are a few of the artificial flowers that I've picked up. This one is fairly new. I picked it up from, I believe, Home Bargains, and it was only a couple of pounds. Lovely white roses. And also this one looks a bit more realistic than the original one on the wreath. Also, keeping in with the color that I'm going for, I've got this beautiful bright purple flower, and to me this looks very natural, very realistic. And this one I picked it up from a local charity shop just next door to my office. Also, keeping in with the color scheme I want to go for, I picked up this stem here, again from Home Bargains. I can't really remember the exact price. And these are your blackberries, and around springtime now there's loads of berries and fruits around, so I feel this is very suited for this time. And similar kind of branch here with your red berries. I quite like those. I've got more of this beautiful purple one, so I believe I'm going to make this the focal of my wreath, so it's going to be in the center of my wreath. More of the white roses, and then I picked up this one, is an older bunch that I've had for a little while, with some white roses, pink, and there's this kind of light yellowy one. Okay. And again, I picked these up for a couple of quid. Not very expensive at all. Also from B&M, I picked up this vine. Again, it looked a bit more realistic to me. It's oh, actually I've got two of them, and they're 1 meter, 1.5 meters each, so two of them. And then I've got this eucalyptus. So on the original wreath itself, the eucalyptus looked quite fake. Therefore, I feel these will look better. They will look a bit more realistic. So I'm going to go for these. And then again, I found these at my local Home Bargain as well. I like them. They're strawberries, it looks like, kind of frosted. I'm not sure I'm going to use it this time. Probably come autumn, going into winter, I might use these for something different, but for now, no, I'm not going to use these, so I will put them away. And also I've got my little heated glue gun, which I'm going to plug in now so that it starts heating up. Let me put these on the side for now. What I'm going to use a couple of pliers so that I can take this wreath apart. Right. It doesn't look like it's going to be very hard doing it, but let me give it a good try. Let me first of all snip off the label, and then trying to, yeah, just pull things apart and they come out. They used a glue gun as well, but it's not been done very well, so it's very easy to just wiggle things and pull them apart like so. And I'm trying to just also be careful not to break the base as much as possible. There we are. I can move these to a side and just pull them out like this. Right, that's it. I'm not too bothered about the odd little bits that's stuck in there. When I fill it up, we are not going to see none of that. So what I do usually is I would kind of lay my wreath down like so on a surface. Just make sure that everything is nice and centered, and then kind of decide how I want to place the flowers. What I will do is I will use my pliers and just cut off the stem. I'm not going to cut it too short. It's best to have it long first of all. This one is quite hard. There we are. Maybe I should try and use this one. There we go. Right. And I can do the same for the rest. So yeah, I usually cut them longer than needed, because if you cut them short, if it doesn't work, then you're in trouble. So it's best to cut it longer, and if needed, you can trim it down a bit more if needed. Right, now I'm going to cut the roses off, the white roses, and also the foliage, because I need those as well. I think, yeah, if you just pull them apart like so, and yeah, just to use those to fill in the gaps. Very easy. Again, I'm gonna snip it as long as I can to start with. And the good thing about these artificial flower, there's a wire inside of them, and you can bend and mold them whichever direction or shape you would like to. So those are good. I'll move them to the side. On to the next one. Again, just pulling apart the leaves. And then snip off the stems. Okay, onto the side. Next, I'm going to do the berries. I'm not sure if these one can be pulled apart. It doesn't look like it. So I'm going to leave them as long as I can. And let me try and cut this around here maybe. It's quite hard, this one. With a bit of force. Maybe try the bigger pliers. Whoa, that's it, got that one. And I'm thinking of maybe use it along this way. That's why I left it as long as possible, so I can kind of, whoopsie, curve it this way, maybe one going up this way, even a bit higher if I want to, and then the other piece can go along this way. Yeah, I think that might work. Again, when it comes to DIY, I always have something in mind, how I think I want, you know, I want the end result to look like, but when I get down to it, it doesn't always go that way. So just kind of take my time and play around with it, and eventually I find what works better for me. Okay, so yeah, like I say, these can be shaped, twist and turn in whatever direction you like. So yeah, that would look really good this way, in my opinion. Next, I'm going to cut up the red berries, and I feel like, yeah, I can use these for winter as well, around Christmas, autumn. And the good thing about using glue gun is that you can tear it apart and start again. Okay, so that's the red berries. Let me trim off the tag, straighten this part up, and then I will cut it around here. That's it. And And then this last berry here. There we go. Because this is a small wreath, I don't want to do too much with it. I want to keep it nice and simple, but still have a pow. Pow. Yes, make a statement. And then I've got the eucalyptus. Oh, those came down to £3. £3 from B&M. If I can get it out. Let me try and rip it. That's it. And these again, there's like 3 stems into one. I'm going to cut it around here. Ooh. Some of them you really need some force to snip it. I probably only need 2 stems of those actually. Yeah. Ooh. That's it. Here we are. So now I've got 2 of the eucalyptus as well. Right, let's clear this space up a bit and get into it. Okay, so now that I've got my glue gun just over here heating up, okay, I'm going to kind of play around with my flower arrangement. Now I make sure that my wreath first of all is straight, so I look for the center. Then I kind of position my flowers. Like I say, I'm going to use these big purple ones as the main focal point for my wreath. I will just kind of place it where I want them to be. So these are the 2 big ones. Maybe I can put the smaller one in the middle, and then I can position the white roses where I think I would like them to be, somewhere like so. The berries would probably kind of go around like this. I would curve it along the gold ring, and then again on this side. I think this is the color I'm gonna go for. I'm not sure if I'm going to go in with the red berries. I might save these for another project, maybe for winter, autumn. Yeah, but for now I think I prefer this kind of color for my wreath. I want it to have an impact, but not too overly done, basically. Okay, I want it to look very natural looking, but still beautiful. Right now I can put these that I'm not going to use away, and then obviously fill in the gaps with the eucalyptus. I think that will work very well. A little bit on both sides, and then I've got the smaller rose buds like these two, and just, yeah, fill in where needed. I think we are almost there. Probably some more of the roses on this side. This is the idea. So let's get into it and see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see the end result. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's do this. Now I'm going to go in with the bigger flowers, the purple ones. I think I will need to snip. Does it come out just like this? There we are. I'll just pull it apart, and I might trim down the stem just a little bit. And in here, as you can see, there's some wires. I can use those to kind of secure my flower into here. I don't always have to use a glue gun, and this means I can reuse this over and over again. If I get fed up, I'm bored with it, I can always you know, tear it apart and start over. Okay, so there's the middle here. So two of the bigger ones on the side, and the smaller one will be just here in the middle. Again, I will use the wires just here and just slide the stem through. Twist it and put it where I want it, really. Okay, so now I'm going to add this one in the middle here somewhere. Again, I'm going to just poke it through. And just fluff it out and arrange it so that it sits properly. And then I will sort out this part here, if I can trim it or I can bend it so that it's out of the way. But for now, I just want to make sure that I'm placing everything where I want them to be. Next, I'm going to go in with the white roses. I really like these ones. I'm going to snip those little bits because it makes it hard for you to slide it through the wires. So let me slide this one here. Oh, like so. And same one onto this side here. I think that looks good. Next, I'm going to go in with the smaller white ones. I'm not sure if I would like them here or just continue up here. Probably I'll have them just up here, because again I want to keep the purple as the main focal point. Next, smaller white rose, and I'm going to slide it onto this side and pull it down. Right, okay. Next, I'm going to go in with these lovely berries. And again, trying to find the center of the wreath, where the end of the stem will finish. And then I will just kind of curve it this way, right? So let me poke the end somewhere here. That's it. And try to make it as secure as possible. Give it a spin and then bend it around this way. And I'm just using the gold frame to kind of loop the stem around. Right, now onto the other side. Again, at the base of the wreath, make sure I'm looking for the center, and I'm going to just here poke the base firmly into there. That side came off, not to worry, I will sort that out in a mo. And then bring this one around as well. Twist it around the gold ring, and again on this side. Just stays in place. I think that's looking good. Now all I have to do is add some more foliage, like this eucalyptus and the rose leaves as well, just to fill in the gap, because we don't want to see all of these empty gaps here. My glue gun is now hot, so I'm going to apply my eucalyptus leaves. Oops, that's it. Probably somewhere around here, just to fill in the gaps. Again, I'm using the base of the wreath just to fill it in. And I will use a little bit of glue gun, of my glue gun, just in here, just to make sure that I have that extra little bit of security, and everything is going to stay in place. And then again, I'm just playing around with the leaves and the flower, placing them where I want them to be. Another piece of eucalyptus that I think I will slide here, and then again I will add a little bit of glue just in here, just to keep it in place, especially being out in the elements. I want to make sure that it will stay put. Lovely. Now I need to add some more into the gaps. I've got some more of this eucalyptus that I'm going to go in to the other side. Again, I'm finding a piece of the wire at the base of the wreath just to secure that in place and bring it around. Okay, then I've got the rose leaves. Just going to find some empty places where I can glue them down. So a little bit around here maybe. Quite hot. Just glue my leaf just in here. So that it pops as well. Right? Just at the back here. A little bit of glue just here. And just stick the rose leaf down. And probably another one just around here. Somewhere around here. Stick it in there, and then I'm going to secure it with some glue. Might need to reload. I'm running out, so pop another glue stick in there, and off we go. And that's how I'm looking so far. Now I have got 2 of these rose buds. I think I will join them somewhere here, or maybe further up. Yeah, down here works for me. So just in the middle of those 2, and just in the middle here as well. Okay. Around here. little bit higher up. Like so. Push it down a little bit more. There we are. And this stem needs to go here. There we are. Okay. Now I'm going to fill in the gaps. Okay, I've used the wire inside of the branches to secure them onto the gold ring. And now I have to secure this eucalyptus, and again play around with it and secure it where I feel it works. So I need some more of the foliage to fill in the gaps, so I'm going to cut some more of this eucalyptus branch using my pliers. And now I'm going to glue them just to hide the base of my wreath. But just trying not to cover my flowers too much. Right, so a little bit of glue just here. And then I can apply this one here. Onto this side. And also the rose leaves into here. Just for a different color, a different texture. And I always pick it up and just kind of see what I need to add, where I need to add it. We're getting there. Might need a little one just here at the base, just to kind of bring all of the bright colors out a bit more. And I will just wiggle them forward a little bit more. So that's why I did not use the glue on them. I am still able to move them around and place them where I want to place them. Okay, it's getting really hot now. I'm quite sweaty. That's it. I think I am happy with this. I am done. All I have to do now is play around with the leaves and kind of bend them into whichever direction I would like, and just make sure that I can see everything. As much as possible. Bring the flowers up and forward. Okay, so I am done with my spring wreath. I have thoroughly enjoyed this very quick and simple DIY, and I hope that you have also enjoyed going through it with me. So this is the final product. I will take some pictures, hang it on the door, and I will post this along with this video. I'm really loving this bright purple and white along with the berries on the side. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for you who has subscribed to my channel. Please leave a comment if you like the content of today. Share it with your friends and families, and also don't forget to hit your notification bell so that you'll be updated about the next video coming from me. So for now, it's going to be goodbye until next time. Au revoir and thank you.